the feel of right men
We're not broadcasting.
violating my life.
You ready?
Yeah.
Ninjas.
Ninjas?
Motherfucking ninjas.
I've
The ninjas are in my pants.
Ninja in my
In my
pants.
pants.
Why are we talking about pants ninjas? Pants ninja.
Pant ninjas.
We should start another YouTube page.
That's the new manga we're going to make.
Pants ninja.
No, pant ninjas.
Oh, pant.
Ninjas.
Ninjas,
The
not
ninjas
pants.
Is plural, no.
Are the ninjas panting or wearing pants?
It's a whole thing about a retail chain that caters specifically
To ninja.
ninjas
Well, ninja
and their pant needs.
and pant needs.
Hold on, I got to get something.
They're one-legged ninjas. That's why it's pant.
Everybody,
Hey, we're doing. Oh, hi.
I got vitamin water.
Vitamin water. I hear that's delicious and good for you. Man, that looks refreshing. I wish I was drinking a vitamin water.
Pant
This week.
ninjas.
Wacky Gamer is brought to you by Vitamin Water. Vitamin Water. Stick it in your mouth.
Coming in October, you can get the special Pant Ninja vitamin water bottles.
Tell me more.
Only in a Safeway near you.
All right. So what's on?
What's on the agenda?
What's on the agenda besides just jabbering?
Well, I wanted to officially announce our comedy show at the Punchline November 8th. Now that we're officially on the Punchline webpage, I feel like we can talk about it
It's
more than we could before, where it was just kind of like, we're planning on doing a show, but no.
It's probably a better idea to actually make sure we have the show.
So if anyone's interested, I know a lot of you people don't live in San Francisco.
There's
But
planes.
there are planes. You could spend $500-$600 to come see us.
It's in November. You probably have time to walk.
You could start walking now
You
and
could
probably
start
get
walking.
here. You could probably swim across the Atlantic even.
Bring a
the
life
Pacific.
preserver.
Oh, life raft.
Oh man, you are a smarty.
Yeah, you don't have
You
to
could
swim.
actually
You could boat.
get a boat.
You
Get
could
a boat.
Rent a boat and come to America.
If you come to the Punchline with a boat or an oar, we will let you in the show for free.
If you ever are in Canada, you could get on a polar bear and ride it down. Or caribou.
Do they have polar bear? In
Yeah, they
Canada?
have polar bear.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you sure about
Way north, yeah.
that? Way north.
Alaska.
Like way north.
Like that Yukon territory.
Oh, all
area,
right.
Yeah.
So you're talking about people like way up in Canada.
Yeah, I'm talking
not
Canada.
like Toronto.
I'm talking 1% of the population of Canada that's not sitting on the border.
All right, because when I was in Toronto, I didn't see any polar bears, but I did see like 15 grizzly. They were at an Applebee's.
They were.
Yeah.
I saw
They
a couple
love
of those
blooming
in the
onions.
Castro.
Mm-hmm.
Too.
Yeah.
Here's a question for fan Paul, because I see he said, I want to live in the U.S. Where are you? I want to know. Actually, whoever's in the chat channel, just type where you live, because I'm curious.
Yeah. I always get a little curious about it. I gotta be honest, first time I've ever heard somebody say they want to live in America. Well, at least in the last
maybe
4
he lives
years.
in Somalia.
I think touche.
Yeah, I mean,
There are worse places.
there are far worse places.
America's just more infuriating
Okay.
at times.
So people typed.
Okay.
Fan calls in the Czech Republic. That's not a bad place. I mean, it's not
Czech
Somalia.
Republic's cool. I used to
Yeah.
hang out with a lot of ladies that lived in the Czech Republic.
I don't want to say nothing disparaging, but I will say that Prague is straight up hip hop.
It's balling.
It is ballin'.
It is balling.
I do like my Czechvar, Budvar, whatever you want to call it. We got Gamers Clan from Nebraska, Oregon CRX from Oregon. No
But
way.
we
Tell
probably
me,
should have known that one.
Crash fan. You're not really in Chihuahua, Mexico, are you? Becca's in Northern Ireland. We got
Northern Ireland,
Joel,
straight up represent.
Joel Pant. We got a Pant.
Oh, and somebody's from Canada, Joe Pant from Canada, and there are polar bears
There are polar
everywhere.
bears. Yep.
So for those of you listening in Canada, lock your doors.
You
There
don't-
are polar bears.
What would happen if Yogi Bear was a polar bear? It'd be slightly more frightening.
Well, he wouldn't be able to do as many racial jokes as he usually does.
That's true, because then he'd just be a
He'd be a
hater.
white bear.
He'd be a white
and
supremacist.
it seems like it seems more hurtful. For
Or
some
brown
reason,
supremacist?
if a brown bear says it, I'm cool with it. But if a white bear says it, like a polar bear, it tends to be racist.
That's just like life.
yeah.
Then again, the comedy show we did on Thursday.
Should we talk about the?
What do we want to talk about?
Sure. Well,
I was just going to talk about about that Bengali guy, but I already talked about that on the podcast. But what were you going to talk about?
We do a comedy show.
Meaning Ryan, Adam, and Joe, and they didn't invite me to the initial meeting. So right now I'm just kind of auxiliary.
Good Lord.
And the two of them were. I'm explaining. The two of them were out of town, so Adam and I were running it.
Yep.
Solo.
Yep. And it's basically what? It's in the basement of a Irish pub, right?
Yeah, it's a nice
it's
little room.
It's actually a nice setup, but
when anyone shows up.
For some reason we can't get people. We tell people they can come in for free, and we still average around maybe 6 people.
Yeah, we had 4.
We had 4 this night.
We were trying to bring the average back down to 6 because it had crept up towards 8 the last few nights.
Yeah, and
we didn't want anyone panicking.
It was too much for us.
For the waitress especially.
Yeah, the waitress
struggles
really
with
busy.
2 people sometimes.
Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, it was just...
real quick. Adam and I are sitting there waiting for people to come in. We're alone. The comics don't even show up till like 10 minutes before
everybody
the
showed
show.
up late.
Gamers Clan, what? We're just sitting there, and the waitress is like, "You want a drink?" Adam orders his normal Bud, and I ask for a glass of water. She brings down the Bud, doesn't even address my lack of water, and then like a minute later, she's like, "Oh, you wanted water? That's right. Like 2 people were too much." Mm-hmm. She's a really nice lady.
I love Murphy's Pub.
I do love the place.
But here's the thing. We have a great showroom, great show. It was really actually a really good show.
Really good comics, and those 4 people were laughing hard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for 4, especially for 4 people.
They were loud.
But here's the thing. We had more people coming down asking if there was a bathroom in the basement, than we did audience. I could have killed myself. It's like, I'm just like, I don't know. It's frustrating.
It is frustrating. I mean, I know Samson started. A lot of people don't care about the comedy scene, but we're going to talk about it anyway.
I think we're going to talk a little bit about comedy today.
Samson, the Room Comedy off Broadway in Oakland, their show took like 6 months, 8 months to really get going, and you guys are right around
the 6-8 month mark. We're starting to get people,
and there's people who know about the show, and they will come down if they're in the area.
I think we should put a bathroom down there.
I think you need advertising.
Advertising would be another great thing.
Yeah.
But a toilet.
Maybe just a sign out front, because there's no signage.
That's true. Well, we have $10,000, and we were going to spend it on advertising.
You don't have $10,000.
We're going to get a toilet instead. We talked about it, and we're going to put a toilet down there. That's the big draw.
You should do it like most bathrooms at like ball fields, like baseball stadiums and football fields.
Just put a trough?
A trough, no doors, but that way they can see the show. There's no obstruction to seeing the show.
That's nice. That's nice. And the good thing about a trough is men or women can use it.
Exactly.
As long as they're disgusting.
When it's low enough.
Yes.
Women have a hard time like jumping up onto a trough, but if it's at butt height, then they can just
we'd arrange it that way.
That's pretty pimp.
Anyway. So
okay, I guess we're done, everybody.
I guess we're done talking about a toilet.
Yeah.
No.
Cool. Peace out.
You got to have something else to talk about.
Oh, no.
Really?
I've been working my ass off. Oh, Jasper wanted to know if you read any of the manga.
Yes, I did.
I'm talking about any manga you like?
Well, yeah, I read the Death Note that he sent me. You ever read Death Note?
I've read no manga, so
Death Note's
fill
actually.
me in.
Well, Death Note's a cool one.
I mean, not like in a gay way. Don't fill me in a gay way, because I
read the first Death Note years ago, and then I don't know. I don't remember which number he sent me, but basically, what it is: high school kid gets a notebook. If you write somebody's name in the notebook, a spirit kills that person, and you have to kill. I think it's one person a week.
Wait, the character does, or you do?
Well, I mean, no, he does. The character has to write down one person's name in the notebook every week, or else I think he dies. It's actually really good manga. I'm not doing it justice.
Someone said they like Soul Eater. I assume that's more manga.
I am assuming that's manga.
We're so manga-tarded.
Yeah.
Unless it's like Dragon Ball Z or...
I know a lot about Dragon Ball Z.
A little Pokemon. I know tiny Pokemon.
I can dabble in Poke.
But Pokemon's not really manga, but...
No.
I kind of consider it the same kind of Japanese wave. Because like in the last 10 years, there's been a lot of things with the kids where the Japanese stuff has become more popular, and manga was like in all the bookstores. And
well, there's the question. Why is manga becoming so popular with kids now?
Because most American books suck. No.
But American novels or American comic? We're talking about manga.
Manga.
Well, I would agree American manga is
sucks.
some of the worst manga ever because I don't think we have it.
It's true.
Yeah.
I did want to...
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just wondering why did Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh and Digimon
they all came at the same time.
They all came at the same time and they got huge.
But then again, when we were younger, it was Transformers and GoBots and Voltron.
Transformers was American, GoBots was American, Voltron wasn't.
Voltron wasn't. You're right.
I mean, they were drawn somewhere in Asia.
In Asia.
You know, G.I. Joe was drawn in Asia.
Why is it that only Asian people can draw? Am I right?
I don't understand that. I don't get that. It seems like I know a lot of people who are aspiring artists.
Here's the deal, though. A lot of Americans draw with circles, and the Asian drawings more like lines, hard lines.
I guess.
I don't know.
I was trying to make you feel better by agreeing with you, but I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
I wanted to mention someone. I forgot who it was. I apologize. But last week I was trying to describe this anime where these girls were in mech like robotic suits fighting the robots.
I remember you.
Bubblegum Crisis Tokyo 2040.
How could you forget that? Everybody knows about Bubblegum Crisis Tokyo 2040.
See, in the back of my head, I was thinking Bubblegum Crisis, but it sounded too ridiculous of a name for the show I was watching. But then I forgot I was watching anime, and the names are always ridiculous.
Ever since I was a kid, I grew up watching Bubblegum Crisis Tokyo 2040. I already messed it up.
Yeah, 2040 is the year.
So what's the idea behind this manga?
It's basically 3 or 4 girls.
Okay.
Who, I forget how they have money, but one of the girls has a more or less a sugar daddy that owns like this building and funds them basically. Kind of Charlie's Angels in a way. And
I have to be honest, it's the worst description I've ever
you got to
heard.
watch the show. I was trying to find it downstairs too, and I think I might have given it away to somebody, but.
You gave away Bubblegum Crisis Tokyo 2040?
Oh, my God. You got it right.
I got it. Well, I'm reading it off the screen.
I do have it open in a tab because I wanted to fact check before.
Oh, wait a minute. See, I saw the picture. I've seen that.
That's the original.
Yeah, I've seen pictures of that.
Oh, you know what was fun, too? Tank Police. I forgot about Tank Police.
Tank Police?
Yeah.
I do not know Tank Police.
Vampire Hunter D.
Oh, Vampire Hunter D. But that's not Tank Police.
No, I'm just throwing the ones out there.
Vampire Hunter D is good. Ninja Scroll's a nice one.
Ninja Scroll's a good one. We already talked about Ninja Scroll, though. What was the one? Cowboy Bebop?
Cowboy Bebop,
that's
like it.
That's a good one, yeah.
I like it. I like Lupin.
I'm assuming it's about a werewolf.
No, he's...
Then it's as bad named as Bubblegum Crisis.
No, it's about a thief named Lupin. Lupin the Third.
Fan Paul said the best anime title is Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go.
That is good, but is that actually anime? I thought that was a Disney.
I thought that was a porn video I just saw on YouPorn the other day.
No, that was just monkey masturbating. I watched.
No,
that
it was Super Robot Monkey masturbating Hyperforce Go.
Well, no. See, I see how you're confused. He was the monkey that has the electrodes on his head so he can move the robotic arm, but he was whacking off with it.
Oh, yeah.
I got confused the same way because I showed my niece the video.
Yeah.
And she's crying, and I'm like, what do you want? Kids love this. Kids love this.
Kids love this in Czechoslovakia, right, Fan Paul? Sorry, not Czechoslovakia. The Czech Republic.
Czech Republic. There
and
you go.
Slovakia.
Yeah, you should be more sensitive with that. It's only going to be like 10 more years before America starts having names like that.
Yeah, Western.
The former Southwest America.
Well, it's going to be the East Coast, the West Coast, and the shithole.
Yeah.
And the Southern shithole.
Yeah, People's Republic of Broke, People's Republic of New York, and the middle. That's the way America's going to be described. Oh, it's sad.
Well, Oregon said he's new to Wacky Gamer, and he's laughing his ass off. Well,
hey,
I'm glad
cool.
we're entertaining and growing our audience one viewer at a time.
That's cool. Oregon is a fucking awesome place, too. I want to go.
You know what I heard about Oregon? Lots of polar bears.
And they all smoke weed and ride fixies.
They're hippies.
The fixies.
Wait,
made
were
of
you
weed.
only in Portland?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. But you drove.
We drove through it. I didn't even really. I looked out the window and was like, everybody seems high.
I drove here from Seattle, so to San Francisco from Seattle. So you go through Washington State,
pretty big hike,
which is pretty hilly, green. You get to Portland, still hilly, green. You get to southern, like halfway through southern Oregon, and you hit the mountains where you're actually driving through mountain passes, and it's gorgeous. And then you get to the California, like real southern Oregon,
Brown Town,
where it's like basically the tip of the Central Valley, which is just flat and brown.
And
it doesn't matter what time of year you go. It might be a slightly greenish color of brown.
My favorite is the green-brown season.
Yeah, the green-brown.
Green-brown season is so nice
lettuce surrounded by brown.
Green-brown.
And the smell of cow manure.
Yeah.
For hours.
How long was that drive?
16 hours or something like that.
That's a shade drive. Did I tell you about
that's when we moved, though, right?
Yeah.
So.
Did I tell you about when I moved to California?
You drove from New York.
From New York all the way to California, and the guy I was driving with, you guys probably don't know. I don't drive. Like, I never drive. I have a license, but in the last 15 years, I've driven
a day.
Yeah, maybe a total of 6 hours.
Yeah, I was close.
It's just a very minimal amount of driving. And so the guy I'm driving with would not let me drive. He would not let me drive his car. He's like, fuck you can't drive the car.
I wouldn't let you drive my car.
It was cool for me because we drove straight.
Yeah, you just chilled.
And he'd drive for 16 hours a day. And it was my job to make sure he didn't go insane. And I just remember one day both of us...
fall asleep, right?
Yeah.
You had to keep...
Well, we were going crazy because we didn't stop until Reno. Stop hitting me. We didn't stop till Reno. And all I remember is one day we're in a field of cows, driving through cows, throwing peanut butter and jelly sandwiches at them and screaming at them. And all of a sudden, just kind of realizing how sleep deprived we were and deciding we had to go.
Why were you in a field of cows?
We were driving through a field. There was a road. There was just cows. They're Angus.
Okay.
I hit one with a peanut butter
jelly
sandwich.
I'm going to distract you with...
He ate it.
Becca's comment.
Oh.
She said a weed-smoking polar bear is a pretty good idea for a T-shirt.
A weed-smoking polar bear. It's pretty good. I guess so. And you could play off of the Coke commercials with it.
You should draw that.
Well, I can't draw.
You can draw. I've seen you draw.
Yeah, but I can't draw in a way where you'd be like, that's a polar bear smoking a joint.
Like ligers.
That looks like an animal.
That looks like a liger.
Looks like maybe a bear. Could be a big dog. Maybe it's just a blob. But he's definitely high. That's probably what you'd say. What do you want?
You draw better than that. I think you're discounting your drawing ability.
Well, thank you, but I'm probably not going to make the shirt, but I'm going to play around with the idea. I like the idea of the Coke Bears high.
I do.
I like that idea.
With the Coke in the background? Be even better if you had like a whole commercial.
He should be. He should have
give the world the Coke, and this.
No. The commercial would be he'd drink the Coke, and then he'd put a hole in the side of it, make a carb, and then make a bong out of it. Which you can do. Glass Coke bottles, you have to get a really, really, really hot piece of metal and drill it in, or you can get a glass drill.
This is a fascinating story. Everyone was really curious to hear.
Well, I'm just telling you that you can make a Coke bottle bong, but it is tricky if you've never used glass before.
Okay.
I broke a lot of bottles.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
Because I don't want to hear you talk about glass bottle drilling anymore.
See, when you say it like glass bottle drilling, that sounds bad. But I've done that too.
Okay, so have you seen Super with Rainn Wilson?
Super?
Yeah, it's a movie.
Not Super 8?
No, it's not Super 8. It's Super, and it's got Rainn Wilson as a guy who loses his wife kind of to a drug dealer.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a little nuts. He's a little weird, and he decides that he needs to save humanity by becoming a superhero. And he knows nothing about it, so he goes to the comic book shop and he's asking for comic books like that have heroes with no powers.
Is this a comedy?
It's a dark comedy.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, people get their heads blown off.
Well, the fact that you're at a comic book shop trying to figure out how to be a real superhero Seems like a bad idea.
It's got the level of disturbing comedy of Pineapple Express.
All right.
Where people get their heads blown off, but it's kind of funny.
It's kind of funny, yeah.
But, like, more dark.
Yeah?
And less pot humor. I mean, he's not really potted. But it's funny. I rented it. I was homesick the other day, and I rented the movie. I really enjoyed it, I must say.
What'd you rent it from?
A movie store down the hill.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm fucking magical. There's still a movie store
There's
in my
still
neighborhood.
a movie store in your neighborhood. Yeah. Well, at first I thought you were going to be like, oh, it's on demand on TV.
It probably is. But
yeah. Super?
Super. It's just called Super. I would recommend it.
Yeah.
If you see
well,
it.
you just did.
Or you got a Netflix, you can hook that shit up.
Sounds fun.
It is fun.
You know, I have 2 movies that I will not recommend.
Okay. Tell me more.
All right. First off, Cedar Pines. I think that's the name of it.
Sounds terrible already.
It's the, God damn it. It's a horrible movie. It has, you know in The Office, the one guy, Andy?
Yep.
Who sings all the time? It's the movie that he was in with John C. Reilly, where they're basically going to a convention for insurance salesmen at Cedar Rapids or Cedar Pines or whatever it's called.
It's probably Cedar Pines if that's the name of the movie.
I think it's Cedar Pines. Point is, don't watch that movie. If you've seen the commercials, you saw everything that was even remotely worthwhile in that movie. It was painful.
That's how I felt The Hangover 2 was going to be.
Yeah.
That all the interesting parts were in that trailer.
And?
I didn't see it.
but I hold by.
I think it was Jason Downs. You know Jason Downs. Mm-hmm. He put on his Facebook, like, The Hangover 2, I'm still hungover from that movie. Like,
yeah.
It was terrible.
I had to admit I haven't seen it.
You saw the first one, though, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
I saw the first one. Next terrible movie, though, Hall Pass. Owen Wilson is married.
I saw that. Now, see, I didn't think that was terrible, but I didn't feel like I would ever tell anyone to watch it.
Did you laugh? Like, I think
there
I laughed twice.
Couple, yeah.
I think I laughed twice. What, like, the one here's how you know the movie's probably bad. The biggest laugh I got was an enormous black man's penis. That was the biggest laugh.
Feels like Borat.
Well, yeah, but that's the only laugh.
Russian
Owen
man.
Wilson's head on the lap of a naked black man with an enormous penis.
Well, here's a question.
Mm-hmm.
Saving Sarah Silverman.
Saving Sarah Marshall?
Sarah Marshall, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Not Sarah
That's okay.
Silverman.
There's no way to save Sarah Silverman.
Because she's Jewish. Sorry.
The opinions of Jeff Reitman in no way reflect the opinions of Wacky Gamer.
Or Jeff Reitman. Saving Sarah Marshall.
Yeah.
Good or bad?
I like that movie.
See, I did too.
I really like that movie.
I wouldn't necessarily tell people to go. You got to go see.
When it was
Sarah
in
Marshall.
theaters, I would have said, "Yeah, you got to go see."
Really?
It. Well, there wasn't that much that was great, but for me, fucking musical, the Dracula the musical, like you could have done anything and ended with Dracula the musical with puppets, and I would have been cool.
Did you see the new Archer?
No.
Speaking of funny, they started the Archer that I saw at Comic-Con.
Oh, really?
Premiered the little mini three season series thing. Good shit.
Yeah?
Yeah, really good shit.
I have to check it out.
And they're really bad about putting that stuff on demand and stuff, so.
Well, no, they're terrible at putting it on demand and on YouTube. Or Hulu, I'm sorry.
I might still have it recorded.
Yeah?
But I'll look. You should definitely at least record the next two, because if you didn't see it, earmuffs, okay, you were warned.
Yeah, spoiler.
He goes missing and becomes commander of like a pirate island.
That makes sense.
So the 3 series is about them trying to get him back and him being commander of this.
And he's brainwashed and stuff, and like
no, like he willingly.
Oh, he just
through Archer's normal stupidity ends up being commander of this little pirate army island thing.
Cool, I'll watch that. It sounds like Archer. Like if you haven't watched,
What?
Ever watch Metalocalypse?
Yeah, Metropolis.
Oh, Metropolis. I'm sorry. Metalocalypse, awesome. Metropolis, yes, I have watched Metropolis. That's somebody asking on live chat. Have you seen Metropolis?
Yes.
What did you think?
Oh, you mean the actual movie?
The actual movie from 1927.
I have not. I saw. What did I see? Oh, the movie poster in my old office that used to be hanging in the hallway.
Yeah. I guess, somebody wants to talk about it, I'll talk about it. It was really difficult to watch now, but for the time it was made, crazy friggin' amazing, and led to a lot of innovations in cinema. Yep. That being said, really difficult to watch now. I have a hard time watching it. But I was high once and watched it, and it was pretty good.
It's like Krull.
It is like Krull. I think actually, if you look up in most cinema books, they say, if you haven't seen Metropolis, watch Krull. It's pretty much the same.
It's the same.
It's the same idea.
You'll need the same level of pot.
You'll need the same level
to enjoy.
Of pot. And if you really look, you can find the Cyclops in Metropolis.
I don't remember who I was listening to, but it was someone on either Mark Maron's or Chris Hardwick's podcast. But it was like a pretty well-known comic, and they were talking about movies. And they're like, "What are your favorite like movies?" And he's like rattling off like Big Trouble in Little China and
good
movie, all these cool like funny sci-fi movies. And then he's like, "But my all-time favorite is Krull." And there's a soft spot in my heart for Krull.
Krull.
But it's a bad movie.
It's a bad movie. It's a bad movie, but it feels...
Vitamin water.
Krull is a bad movie, but it feels like a poorly designed game of Dungeons & Dragons, and I think that's really why I like it. Like, the whole trip is them finding new characters to join their party, and then the last half of the movie is them finding new ways to kill every single character.
Go to the bar.
Yeah.
Oh, you find a dwarf. Add him to your party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like playing Dragon Quest. It feels like you're playing a game of Dragon Quest, and it's almost as well written.
It's better written than the D&D movie.
Well, duh.
But it's not saying a lot.
You see the D&D movie too? They made a sequel.
Yeah, I saw that it came out.
I watched it.
And?
It was better than the first one.
What?
It doesn't say anything.
No,
it doesn't
really.
say anything.
What do you think about the Star Wars Blu-ray?
What the who cares?
I don't care.
I don't understand. Well, because I don't... Okay, they're putting it out in Blu-ray. Was there high definition filming when it was made? No.
Well, they're putting
What's the
whole
point?
thing out, and the last 3 movies were filmed in HD.
Well, yeah.
And the film has a much higher resolution than even DVD.
All right.
But the effect shots were still done at normal res. And I don't know. I just... Yeah.
I'll be honest. If there was a pinata that I could hit forever that money would come out...
If there were pot...
Well, if there were pot, I wouldn't be here. But if there was a pinata that I could hit forever that money would come out, I would beat that pinata for the rest of my fucking life. And that's why I won't say anything bad about Star Wars
I
on
will
Blu-ray.
say this. I saw someone posted on their Facebook an article from a British news agency. But they said that the actor who played Darth Vader, the actual guy in the suit...
The guy when the helmet comes off.
No, the guy in the suit.
Oh, okay, the...
Actual guy walking around.
The body guy.
He has never gotten a residual check, or hasn't in the last 10 years, because Lucas keeps claiming Return of the Jedi never made money. Which is the biggest crock of shit. So this is interesting.
Return of the Jedi never made money.
Yeah.
Even
though box office moving to current day dollars, like just inflation adjusting, it's the 15th highest grossing film of all time.
Yeah, and that's just box office.
That's box office. That doesn't include DVD.
It doesn't include... I know when I was a kid, that winter, that Christmas, Ewoks. I had Ewoks.
Yeah,
I had
the
Ewok
set.
house.
Yeah.
I had
village.
Stuffed animal Ewoks.
Yeah.
I got all of the... come on, fuck you.
Well, so this is interesting because it was this same guy posted an article about money bullshit in Hollywood. And they're these giant corporations, and they can shuffle money around and make things look like they lost money. And I know certain companies will say things like, okay, let's just take The Matrix, all right? Like the Wachowski brothers own the rights to The Matrix. Warner Brothers owns the films. Warner Brothers would pay the royalties, right? They produced it. If they set it up right, the Wachowskis will license it to Warner Brothers for some retarded amount of money so that Warner Brothers isn't actually making any money. The Wachowskis are making
Right.
a shit ton of money, and then usually they find a way to filter the money back by the Wachowskis having to pay for production costs,
Right.
or some ongoing costs that are of significant value but don't count towards the actual.
It's
bottom
all an
line of the movie.
imaginary word battle to try and do a tug of
Exactly.
war with money. Yeah.
Which is ridiculous on a film like Return of the Jedi, saying it never made money.
That's just a ridiculous claim
It seems like that's so easily a lawsuit that you could win.
that it doesn't seem real.
The guy says he gets the letters and he has proof and everything, and I wouldn't doubt it because I know other things that have gone on in this area with other game companies and stuff like that.
It's just weird because it seems like you could just go to the court with one of the commemorative cups from Return of the Jedi from McDonald's and be like,
was it McDonald's or
right
Burger
here? I think it was McDonald's. I think it was McDonald's. Because that was before Burger King had Happy Meals or, well, they still don't have kids' meals. They're kids' meals. But I think it was McDonald's. Thanks.
I don't remember.
I was really young.
I know.
But I remember the
just
cups.
got them. I didn't buy them.
Yeah.
They just...
But the proof that you got them proves that somebody paid money for them. Proves that it's a
Someone
profitable
paid, and how
movie.
many times have people bought the DVDs and VHS?
Boom. You have to buy
The original
every
VHS,
3 fucking years
the
they come
new
out. This
VHS,
pisses me off a little
the
bit more.
complete set
This is
VHS,
actually
the DVD, the
aggravating.
complete set DVD, the Blu-ray DVD, the revised Blu-ray DVD that's going to come out in 3 years.
All I can say is Jack cough.
All I can say is cha-ching.
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 Cha-ching. It seems like you could
the rate
afford...
at which we're saying cha-ching is probably about the rate at which the
they're
sales
making...
would,
every time we
cha-ching,
say cha-ching...
cha-ching, George Lucas kills a kitten.
Every time we say cha-ching, Return of the Jedi makes another $1 million.
Cha-ching.
Cha-ching.
And that guy gets screwed out of like 10 cents.
Yeah, it seems like it's not really... It seems like you could be able to pay this guy.
And this is the guy in the suit. So you know his royalty rate
is nothing.
compared to like Mark Hamill.
And shittiest job in the movie, except for the guy who's in R2-D2 and the guy who's in Chewbacca.
Yeah.
Those are the shittiest jobs. You can't just give him a check.
Yeah, like
That's rude.
$20 a month. That's, I mean, he'd probably be
It'd
happy.
be a lot more than $20 a month, but yes.
Yeah, but instead of lying to him and saying it's not making any money, just throw him $5. Like,
well, when you're talking about percentages, it's a fraction of a percentage.
you make up a number. You just
It's
$4.73. That's how, and he'll be like, "Oh, okay, all right."
That's really
something.
That's really. I'm kind of down.
Yeah, I guess we're done.
Done?
Oh,
I'm not done. I'm
do you
still
want
gonna
Bud
talk.
to make an appearance?
No.
Why not?
Well, I do have Bud right here, but we could.
Let's just show people Bud because he's sitting right here. I
He
don't know
is.
why he has Bud sitting here, but
Oh, hello everybody. Oh man.
you can't even do the voice anymore.
What are you talking about? I can do the voice.
That's not the voice.
What's how's the voice go?
It's more like, "Hey man," like more Cheech and Chong, like
We're-
more Chong.
I was doing more Chong.
No, try it again.
Hey man, how's it going?
No, that's too goofy.
It's too goofy?
Yeah.
You fucking with me?
No.
Well, who the fuck cares? The point is
See,
I got
people are excited to see Bud.
Hey.
But Adam can't even do the voice anymore.
It's hard to recreate the voice.
It's hard to recreate a voice when you're fucking retarded.
I'm going to smack you.
With your hand in a puppet. You won't because you have your hand in a puppet and you don't want to hurt the puppet.
You got me, man.
No,
There's
it's
no
more
way.
like, "Hey man, this is Bud. Where's
Hey,
my keys?"
man. Hey, has anybody seen my keys?
That's closer. Now you're getting on
All
it.
right, all right. All right, gotta slow down the voice, right, man?
So, Bud.
All right, I got it.
Your
I'm
first
back.
video series, Ask Your Bud.
Ask your bud, man.
How'd you like doing that?
It was okay, you know, but
Still not the right voice.
maybe you could stop critiquing Adam while he's trying to do the fucking puppet.
We should put the puppet down.
Yeah. Yeah.
I only brought it out because for some reason you brought it into the room.
I brought it. It's just here. Yeah, the first Bud video was okay. The problem was it's hard to get into that voice, especially when you're sitting alone in your bedroom trying to be quiet so you don't wake up your roommates. So
Well, and when you just suck at voices.
let's hear one of your voices, Jeff.
Hey everybody, my name's Bobby. Really? That's the voice you're going to go with? Because I'm Meatwad.
That's not Meatwad.
Oh, come on, Carl.
That's getting
Yeah,
closer.
it's Meatwad.
It's as close as you were to Bobby.
Dude, what's funny is I just named my gamer tag in one of these like mobile games, Meatwad.
Meatwad?
Yeah.
But you named yourself Meatwad before Aqua Teen. That was the name of your semen. Is what I heard.
That's what I call my shit.
Mm.
Meatwad.
You should probably try some vegetables. A little fiber, some grain. If it's coming out like a wad of meat, you that could be a problem.
I'm probably eating too much protein.
Do you just shit right into a hamburger bun?
Usually.
That's gross.
And then I feed it to the dog because, he doesn't care.
Well, what the fuck does
He's
a
a
dog
dog,
know?
yeah.
He's a dog.
Viral said he likes how we're branching out into a variety of different shows. It's mostly because we're a little ADD.
A little ADD.
And we've kind of wanted to get rid of Nerd Wars. Not rid of Nerd Wars, just
Not relying on Nerd
not
Wars.
relying
100%.
on Nerd Wars all the time.
Having a variety.
Hence the variety.
Yeah. My thing is my girlfriend's on my case about I got to be more present on the
Improving
web.
your web presence.
Yeah, that's why I started putting out more letters that I'm writing. Did you see the last letter I put up?
Nope.
It was on my Facebook.
It's
don't
so
love me.
foreign to me that you have a Facebook channel.
I know. I try and do it once a day almost.
What?
Just go on Facebook and say something.
See, I have it open right
and
here.
comment on people. Yeah, well, I don't sit at a computer all day long though. If I
You
if I
get
had
it
a
on
job,
your phone. You
I
get a
don't-
phone that doesn't suck.
If I had a phone that doesn't
You
suck,
get
I
a
could
phone
do it.
that's not from 1992.
Yeah,
And, maybe one with little internet access.
that could be good.
And then you just get on the Facebook.
Who's saying I never respond to the response?
That's Viral Wreck. Jonathan Goons.
You're supposed to
Geens.
respond to
How do you say your
responses?
last name?
How do you respond to a response on Facebook?
You just type in the little box.
Well,
Like-
doesn't that just
like
make
you
it
type in this box on YouTube? You just do, hey, penis.
So wait a minute,
and
wait a
you
minute.
type it, and then it goes out.
And it goes with all the other comments, right?
yeah.
I didn't know you were supposed to do that. I didn't think that you were allowed to comment.
Facebook is a social media, which means you're supposed to be social.
Yeah, but who's gonna-
It's not a benevolent dictatorship.
Well, I figured that you didn't want to comment on your own shit.
No, you comment on people's comments and then have a
On your
two-way
shit.
dialogue. Go look at our fucking Facebook page for once, and you'll see
know-
I reply to people, except for Jasper. And, well, he's not people, so I guess,
Okay,
I'm
well,
right. But
I will actively try to every once in a while respond to responses.
that would be good.
I will try.
You should.
Because right now, I'm spending most of my time trying to figure out what the hell I'm supposed to say on Facebook.
Say whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, I know, but you want it to be good, don't you? I mean, you don't want to put shit up there. Like,
Sure.
I couldn't think of anything the other day. This was weird. This is what I don't get about Facebook. The other day, I write down, there's no manly way to eat a peach. Apparently, 100 people really like that statement.
That's funny.
That's just true.
Yeah, but it's funny.
I guess
Did I
so.
tell you about my bus story with the old lady and the vodka bottle?
No.
Okay, so this is funny. This
All
is
right.
really funny. So riding the Muni bus, the local bus, home, and with my wife, I'm sitting next to an old lady, and in the buses there's seats that are like 2 and 2, and they face each other.
Yeah, the
But
uncomfortable seats.
Normally, or on all the buses where that happens, there's extra space for multiple people's legs than the normal.
Yeah.
All seats facing the same way. So there's a little extra room that you can theoretically stand in. It's important for later.
Okay.
So we're sitting on the bus, and these Hispanic Latino kids get on, and this black kid, like ghetto, they're acting all ghetto. That's the only reason I'm saying it. They
All
got
right, why
the
do we need
music.
to know their...
Hold on.
All right.
They got the music fucking cranked on their phone, fucking listening to it and like rapping to it. And they're drinking vodka. They can't be 21. They don't look anywhere near 21.
Well, they're drinking on the bus, so they're probably
But they're
not.
drinking out of like a full-on Absolute bottle. Not the little like sippy bottle, $2, $3 bottles. And they finish it. And there's another Latino kid standing at the bus stop at Van Ness. And they just throw it out the window. Not at the Latino kid. They're just like, fuck this, I don't want it. I'm throwing it out
So
the
charming.
window. And the other Latino kid sees these Latino kids and gets really fucking offended.
Good.
Like, he was kind of just shocked and like, fucking assholes, whatever, and then saw that there was these other Latino kids. I don't know if they were like in rival groups or something, but he flipped his shit, takes the bottle and throws it at the bus where it shatters all over the window. The window's fine.
It's a good window.
And thank God for Muni getting safety glass, right? So, one of the Latino kids on the bus starts yelling at him. He's like, yo, man, I didn't mean no disrespect.
Double negative.
Exactly. I didn't mean no disrespect. It was just getting rid of the bottle, man. Don't. And the kid's like, fuck you. And he's like, no, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. And he's standing right in front of me yelling out the window. And the old lady just goes, bam, right in his gut and goes, get the fuck out of here.
Really? Good.
And then the Latino kid starts going, yo, bitch, you need God in your life.
You need God in your life. I'm just trying to ride the bus and throw shit,
You're just an old whore. You need God in your life.
I'm trying to scream and swear on the bus. Why'd you get mad at me? Yeah. But every once in a while.
She's lucky the kid didn't flip his shit. Like, the most he did was, like, get vocal with her, but...
Well, I think he's lucky he didn't flip his shit, because the one thing I've noticed is if men start beating up old women, usually even the biggest pussies are willing to step in and be like, stop hitting the grandma. Like, something bad's going to happen.
I was willing. I mean, I was sitting next to the old lady.
Yeah.
I was willing to let her get at least one punch. I mean, just equality. She punched him. He can punch her once.
You can't punch an old woman.
If she punches you first, it's called
I don't think so.
Gender and age equality. That's what we're about in America. So. That's why Fan Paul wants to move here. Because in the Czech Republic, you can't punch an old lady.
It's the policy. You're not allowed to punch an old lady.
But I just love the fact that not only did she punch him, but she said, get the fuck out of here.
Did he get out of there?
Yeah, he left quick.
Good.
You could tell he was mouthing off, but, like, he's probably a pussy.
Well, yeah, if you're doing shit like that on the bus, you're probably a pussy.
But real, like, gangsta-ass people would actually just stand there and be like, what, fuck you, bitch. Like, no, he got out of the way and actually shied away and then started mouthing off.
Yeah.
Like, I need to save face here.
Well, because real gangsta-ass people, number one, wouldn't be doing shit like that because
they don't ride the
wouldn't want
bus.
to get arrested.
They steal cars.
Touche, but you'd also wouldn't drink out of an Absolute bottle on the bus because it's asking for trouble, and you probably have priors. You see, real gangsters are smart. They don't mouth off. They don't do shit like that. And they stand on corners with their mouth closed and a rock in their hand.
Later on in the bus ride, they're like, shit, I wasn't even doing anything illegal. And I'm like drinking on the bus, throwing things out the bus window.
Public indecency, littering. You could list off a lot. Like
the old lady did assault, technically,
but
I bet you a cop would side with the old lady.
Bet a cop wouldn't even bat their eye. Be like, yeah, hit him.
Fan Paul said it's true. You can't punch an old lady in Czech Republic.
I knew it.
I guess I'm not going to the Czech
Republic
because that was the whole reason I was going to go. I was going to go to Prague and punch all the old people.
Well, I was planning a world old woman punching tour.
Elderly woman punching, yeah.
It's kind of my thing. Mm-hmm. I mean, I have that webpage. Whack off while I beat up women.com. It's a really long title. I got to get a better one. So, hey, we should talk about something nerdy. I'm reading.
We haven't talked about much at all.
We haven't talked about much. I'm reading Planetary. Have you read Planetary?
No, but it's right here. Did you bring me the books I asked you to bring?
I didn't bring them.
You're dick.
I
you also brought book 2.
I brought book 2 of Planetary,
which is useless to me.
Well, I'm reading them right now.
Read it right now.
Well, here's the thing. If you don't know Planetary...
Jack Carter's dead.
Aw, spoiler!
Who's Jack Carter?
Just give me the
See, when the comic guys don't even know who the character is, how is it relevant that they're dead?
Well, here's the thing.
I mean, that was on this page.
Well, yeah.
Show you
well, no, let me tell you what Planetary is.
Who's Jack Carter? An old friend of ours. Well, then why the fuck do I care about him?
So anyway, Planetary is a comic by Warren Ellis. Right, so it's going to be weird.
Who's Warren Ellis?
Warren Ellis is the guy that wrote The Boys.
Okay.
He wrote The Boys, The Pro.
So why isn't this called The Planetary?
Anyway, basically what it is, it's X-Files meets Justice League. That's really what it is. They're 3 guys with, 3 people with superpowers in a dystopian world where basically they're covering X-Files cases. They're the people who investigate weird paranormal things. Kind of disjointed. It seems like each comic is their own one-off comic book. Starting to tie together halfway through book 2, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm not getting a crazy boner over it like most people who read it do, but it's pretty good.
Cool.
You should have your own talk show. You're really good at like asking questions and bringing.
I don't really
stuff.
want to know much more because I might want to try reading it.
You should read it.
But you got to loan it to me.
I will loan it to you.
Well, that was a great conversation.
Well, you
could
always come to my house and get comics.
I was at your house and you didn't let me take anything.
You didn't ask to take.
I was at your
anything.
house 2 weeks ago?
You didn't ask to take anything.
Labor Day.
Yeah.
Monday of Labor Day.
Why didn't you ask?
Because you never offer. I'm not imposing like you are. You say, hey, can I borrow that? I'll be like, sure. I'm not that kind of person. I expect,
yes,
hey, you want to borrow this? I'd be like,
You're
sure.
totally that type of person.
No,
you just forgot to ask me for anything.
I did.
I know.
Well, then I didn't want to carry him back either because I was taking the bus.
I get that way too.
Plus, I didn't know how I was going to get home.
Didn't you end up taking a cab?
No, I managed to get at the intersection right when the 33 showed up. So, it's a bus line for those who don't know. I don't want to brag, but we're rich.
We are rich. We ride the bus almost every day.
The money we make from YouTube doesn't even cover my monthly bus pass. But we be balling.
We be balling,
We be
y'all.
balling. I only sit next to the hottest grandmothers on the bus.
Mm-hmm.
I be watching those bitches punch Latino kids in the gut, motherfucker.
Yeah, wrinkled shorty. Why don't you sit over on my lap? I got some Bengay.
I'll heat you up with the Bengay.
Anyway.
I haven't been reading really anything. I did read the third book of Conan, and then I started reading that Skulls and Kicker? Is it?
Skull Kickers.
Skull Kickers.
Skull Kickers.
The dwarf and the big guy who I don't know what he is. A warrior of some sort.
Human warrior.
Guy.
He's got guns, doesn't he?
Yeah, but I mean...
Kind of weird.
It's kind of D&D, but it's not really.
It's a D&D buddy cop.
No one can see you.
They don't want to see me.
That's true.
It's a D&D buddy cop comic. I thought it was pretty good.
It's fun.
It's fun. I don't know if I'm going to get the second one, though.
I might if I'm bored.
I might if I can find a deal on it. My problem being, didn't really wonder what was going to happen next.
No, I wasn't. That's why I'm having trouble finishing it.
Yeah.
Because I'll read one issue, and then I'm like, okay. If I get bored again, I'll read another issue.
Read another. What have I been reading? I've been reading Deadpool. Always.
Yeah, well, you bought all that Deadpool.
I did buy. Yeah, I finished them. Finished them all.
So when are you gonna loan them to me?
When you want? You had to ask for things.
Oh. It's going to be a while.
Was that really a big surprise? Like, oh, I understand.
I have not read any of the Dungeon Siege series. I was not even aware they made Dungeon Siege comics.
No, I didn't know.
Like, that's the RTS, I assume. It's based on the RTS. Let me know, Marcus Barkus.
Yeah, I didn't know there was a Dungeon Siege.
Video Goat said we should read Cheerleader vs. Zombies. You ever read that?
Cheerleaders vs. Zombies, have not read it. I've heard about it. And I like
water.
cheerleaders. I like zombies. I mean...
Do you like Italian men?
Mm-hmm. What's that? What? How? Like them how?
At all?
Yeah, I guess.
Cool.
All right. I thought you were going to try and twist it around to me being gay again.
No.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, okay. Italian men are fine.
But now that we're on the subject of being
they're not
gay,
good kissers.
Yeah.
But not in a gay way.
Totally not in a gay way.
No.
Just totally in like
college experimenting way.
I like tongues in my mouth kind of way, and men have tongues too.
Yeah. It's like, I had 3 drinks. I'm really not in control of my actions.
What actions?
Yeah, exactly. That kind of way. Kind of like it's summer camp. Nobody's going to know. that kind of way.
Summer camp in upstate New York.
Mm-hmm.
There's only 100 people who even live here.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Look at that. Somebody just said, damn, Jeff, now I want to drink vitamin water. Hell
Bam.
yeah.
Vitamin water. You need
Why
to
aren't
pay
we getting
us.
paid?
Pay
we should
me.
get 5 cents from that vitamin
Give me a
water
bus
purchase.
pass. Video Goat's Italian, too.
Hey, Video Goat.
Did you kiss Adam, by the way, Video Goat?
Is he
at summer camp?
Is Video Goat bearded like a goat? Because then it might have happened.
It might have been you.
And if it wasn't you, I may have made out with a goat.
On that road trip.
I may have
right
kissed
after
a goat.
throwing peanut butter jelly sandwiches at cows, you may have.
It was at a petting zoo.
And there was a video camera. Very well could have been this Video Goat.
Mm-hmm. I remember thinking it was odd that he had udders. But I'm not going to say if it was a goat or not until we know for sure. I had to milk him when I was done. So that's
he's black and Hispanic, so he's not really all Italian. That's not the same goat that you made.
How
out
is that?
with. Yours was a pure Italian goat.
No, actually,
it said purebred Italian right on the cage.
It was Korean.
It was a Korean.
Mm-hmm.
It was...
I could tell from his accent because he said bah, and usually they say bah. If you can't hear the difference, it's probably because you don't speak goat.
I don't.
Yeah, there you go.
Because I don't try to fuck him like you do.
You know,
between fucking Paul and goats, like seriously, dude. You're hella gay.
Well, the trick to fucking
Video Goat's giving us his entire ethnic history here.
Yeah, I know.
In the 1400s, what was your family?
Well, you should.
Please trace your family back all the way to the latest emperor that you were descended from.
So, Fan Paul's asking if we like the new.
No, he's asking Video Goat.
Oh, he's asking Video Goat.
He doesn't care about our opinions anymore.
He doesn't care if we like the new Ultimate Spider-Man?
Yeah.
I just wonder if he's talking about the movie, the new movie, or if he's talking about
There's a movie?
Ultimate Comics.
The new
Spider-Man.
movie coming out?
Well, yeah, the new movie coming out is based on Ultimate Spider-Man. But I would like to talk about Ultimate Comics Spider-Man because it's awesome.
Ultimate Comics, Spider-Man?
Yeah, because after
Are you going to finish the sentence?
Yeah, I'm going to finish the sentence. Well, after the big roundup where everybody dies in the Ultimate Universe, basically.
Yeah. Vitamin
water. They rebooted all the comics. So now it's not Ultimate Spider-Man, it's Ultimate Comics Spider-Man and Ultimate Comics X and Ultimate Comics Avengers.
And Ultimate Comics?
That's all they have right now.
Oh, I was just waiting for more Ultimate Comics.
No, that's it. Well, I think they have Ultimate Comics Thor, Ultimate Comics Iron Man.
Is there an Ultimate Comics?
Yes.
Cool.
All right. I didn't know what he was going to say. So apparently, Fan Paul says the new Ultimate Spider-Man is half black,
half Hispanic.
Half Hispanic.
You know what that reminds me of?
I'm thinking he's talking about the movie. Is he talking about the movie?
Or the new Peter Parker?
Oh, the new...
Maybe, I don't know.
Were they making a new Peter Parker?
Fan Paul, please explain yourself.
Yeah, I need to...
We don't read the news sites that much, and we're always like a year behind on comics because we
are always a year behind. Yeah, because...
But I do want to know, before we close out, because we're almost done with this hour-long meandering bullshit that we
Way to sell
today.
the show, Jeff.
Oh, come on. Today was pretty random.
But it wasn't random. We were having great conversation. This is the kind of conversation that people with Jesus Christ Video Goat just uploaded a paragraph into the live comments. You're going to have to read that.
I'm not reading that.
This is the kind of conversation that people love to listen to.
What's funny is that whole time Adam was trying to read and he couldn't.
Well, no, I wasn't trying to read. I was trying to say people love our podcast without laughing.
Oh.
So... didn't come out well.
The best part is Becca said in the new movie Spider-Man is played by Andrew Garfield, and I just, when it flashed by, said in the new movie Spider-Man is played by Garfield.
Man, that would be awesome. Swinging around, I hate Mondays.
Where's my lasagna?
I'm going to have to save the babies from the burning lasagna factory. Where's John?
Odie, get out of here.
I kicked Odie off the table. Yeah, that would be, I'd watch that Spider-Man movie.
Okay, so actual question. Last question of the show.
Well, it looks like they're talking about the Peter Parker from the comics is going to be half black, half Hispanic.
And apparently more gay.
All right, I'm fine with it. It just seems a little weird. It kind of feels like Marvel Comics looked around and were like, oh shit, we only have like 2 black characters and no Latino. You know what? Let's just change Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Seems like they could have come up with a new
Blade's
superhero.
not selling that well, so we need to...
Blade's not selling
that's
that
Dark
well.
Horse,
and,
isn't it, or something?
And Luke Cage, people started reading the old Power Man and realizing how racist it was.
Okay, I want to know from people in the comments what games they're looking forward to this Christmas. What are you looking forward to?
What games are I looking forward to?
Yeah.
I'm not really looking forward to any games. I want a new Ratchet and Clank game. When's that going to come out?
It's coming out this Christmas.
You know what I actually like?
The Ratchet and Clank All for One.
Really?
It's co-op, yeah. We should play it together and record it.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I've been playing Ratchet and Clank with Casey. She's crazy addicted.
Yeah, you don't want Skyrim?
Skyrim. Is that, are you
Do you know
asking me a
Oblivion?
sex move?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's when you get anal in an airplane.
Oh, I thought
It's like joining the Mile High Club.
I thought it was when you get a rim job when you're doing a handstand.
No.
Are you sure?
No, that's a high rim.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's a high rim. And then a rim shot is when you do it with a drumstick.
Yeah.
Yes.
Into a basketball hoop.
Well, no. Your butt's the basketball hoop.
No, but you have to be upside down in the basketball hoop.
Well, if you want to do it the right way, but a lot of people just, put their legs in a banister or something. If you can do it if you have stairs with with an open railing.
Skyrim. The new Elder
The
Scrolls
sex
Oblivion kind of sequel.
Man,
I'm jazzed about that. I'm not sure if BioShock Infinite is this holiday season, but if it is, I'm cautiously optimistic about that.
I could be into Skyrim. But right now I'm playing Dragon Age, and it is eating my fucking life up. It's like one of those things after a big
Dragon
Coke
Age
binge.
2?
Dragon Age 2.
Dragon Binge.
Dragon binge. I've been going on a Dragon binge. I got to the halfway mark. I started the game over again with a different character. I just wasn't happy with the way I was developing the character.
You're such a douche.
I'm sorry. I'm a thief now. I'm an assassin.
I'm just gonna warn people. By the way, we may or may not have videos this week.
Yeah, we might.
We're both
we should
going
tell
on
them
trips.
We're both going on trips out of town. So I'm gonna try.
plan.
I'm gonna try to get a Bud video.
I'm gonna try and get a video too,
But that being said, we only have one day to make these videos. So
And
if
we
they
don't
come
wanna
out
put up
shitty,
shit.
we're not going to put them out.
I might because I do
might.
that.
That was kind of the problem with the Bud video, is that I didn't have a lot of time to
It
do
was
it.
a
and I
first
did it
pass.
fast. Yeah.
Quick job.
Mm-hmm. So we're not going to make that mistake
Adam's
again.
a big fan of quick jobs.
Vitamin water. Quick job. Isn't that a blow job while you're running a marathon?
Yes.
Or marabone.
Or when you're doing a triathlon and you go through one of, like you do your swim, you get a quick job, get on your bike, come back, quick job, do the run.
That takes training
That
because
does take training.
there's a lot of shrinkage when you get out of the water.
And you're changing your clothes when you're doing it.
So you have to really know who your partner is. You have to really have a lot of trust because there's a lot of zippers and teeth
Practice.
and clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can get messy.
It can if the wrong person does it. I
Bring
just want to
Band-Aids.
call out a couple people's games just because I like to give people some props for
All right, let's
listening
see what
live.
they're interested in.
So Mechstar 2K5 said Skyrim. FanPaul said Diablo 3. I am jazzed about Diablo 3.
looks good.
I doubt it will actually come out, but you never know. It's Blizzard. Super Sandy said Assassin's Creed and Skyrim. Oregon said New Zelda for Wii.
I'm down with Assassins.
Mr. Miash says Immortal is coming out. Immortals. Becca, new Assassin's Creed, and also Ratchet and Clank. And we have Crash Fan looking for a new Crash Bandicoot game. Go figure, Crash Fan looking for a new Crash
When's the last
Bandicoot.
time they came out with a Crash Bandicoot?
I have no idea. And Video Goat, the Latino Mexican black man, said that he's looking forward to Lollipop Chainsaw, which I have no idea what that is.
I don't know what that is either, but I got a semi-chub when I heard it, so I'm probably in.
I'm actually looking forward to Battlefield 3 too, even though I say that now and I know I'm going to hate it once I play
Yeah.
it.
What about Gears of War 3, Mr. Mesh?
Gears of War 3, meh.
Yeah.
I'm burnt out on
You
Gears.
burn out on Gears?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I still
I'll go
like
play the first one again if I want to play it.
Anyway.
That's it. We're going to sign out. Adam's going to go probably do something hella gay.
I'm gonna
and
masturbate.
I'm going to do something hella balding. See ya, B.
Peace out.